Republic Act 9003, Ecological Solid Waste Management Act. An act providing for an ecological solid waste management program, creating the necessary institutional mechanisms and incentives, declaring certain acts prohibited and providing penalties, appropriating funds, therefore, and for other purposes. Also, it provides the necessary policy framework, institutional mechanisms, and mandate to the local government units, LGUs, to achieve 25% waste reduction through establishing an integrated solid waste management plans based on PRS, reduce, reuse, recycle.
RA 9003 declares the adaptation of a systematic, comprehensive, and ecological SWM program as a policy of the country and recognize the local government units, LGUs, as the lead implementers. The Act mandates the creation of SWM boards from the national, provincial, city, municipal, down to barangay, the lowest level political and administrative body in the Philippines. Further, the Act prohibited the use of open dumping and advised LGUs to improve them into sanitary landfills. An Act providing for an ecological solid waste management program, creating the necessary institutional mechanisms and incentives, declaring certain acts prohibited and providing penalties, appropriating funds, therefore, and for other purposes. Solid waste shall refer to all discarded household, commercial waste, non-hazardous institutional and industrial waste, street sweepings, construction debris, agricultural waste, and other non-hazardous, non-toxic solid waste.
RA 9003 was passed by the Philippine Congress on December 20, 2000 and was subsequently approved by the Office of the President on January 26, 2001. It contains 7 chapters subdivided into 66 sections, setting out policy direction for an effective solid waste management program in the country. The National Solid Waste Management Commission is the major agency tasked to implement Republic Act 9003. The Ecological Solid Waste Management of Act 2000, the law signed on January 26, 2001, calls for the internalization of a national program that will manage the control, transfer, transport, processing, and disposal of solid waste in the country, chaired by the Department of Environment and Natural Resources. The Commission will prescribe policies to effectively achieve the objectives of RA 9003.
The Republic Act 9003 is considered the most comprehensive solid waste management act in the Philippines, and it seems to be a big step forward in addressing the solid waste management problem in the country. The act takes a holistic approach in dealing with the problem, and it acknowledges the importance of the participation of all sectors for its effective implementation. However, the records of the NSWNC show that the implementation of the Act is behind schedule. It has been 10 years already since the enactment of the Republic Act 9003 in 2001, but there are still a lot of open and controlled dump sites that continue operating, and only few SLFS have been established as mandated in the Act. Also, as of the third quarter of 2010, there are only 6,597 MRFC in the country, serving 7,938 barangays out of about 42,000 barangays in the country, NSWNC 2011.
Thus, although RA 9003 seems to be a very comprehensive act in addressing solid waste management in the country, records show that there is a weak compliance in the law and there are still a lot of issues and concerns that need to be addressed. These include the following technical and policy issues: financial constraint and the NIMBY syndrome, setting of unrealistic deadlines, and other institutional issues such as the political will and terms of office of the local officials, the non-mandatory position of the municipal, environment, and natural resources, and an inefficient or slow judiciary system, technical and policy issues. The Act imposes the enormous responsibilities of the LGUs, but it provides little support for the LGUs to effectively comply with what the law requires.
It is a fact that the most of local officials are not so familiar with solid waste management, or technically competent to deal with it. It seems that LGUs have been given a lot of things to do, but the law has no provision to enable them to carry out these duties and responsibilities. According to the study by Serrano, the LGUs are the main implementers and the bodies most affected by the Act, and yet, with the exception of the Metro Manila Development Authority, they were not present during the passage of the Solid Waste Management Bill.
The implementing rules and regulations of Republic Act 9003 prescribes the roles of the national and regional ecology centers, which are to provide technical expertise, information, training, and networking services for the implementation of the provisions of the Act, facilitate training and education in integrated ecological solid waste management, establish and manage a comprehensive solid waste management information database and dissemination system, promote the development of a recycling market through the establishment of a national recycling network that will enhance the opportunity for recycling, act as the hub for networking of LGUs, NGOs, and industry on voluntary compliance of the pertinent provisions of the Act, provide or facilitate expert assistance in pilot modeling of solid waste management facilities, including technologies and techniques for effective solid waste management, as well as develop, test, and disseminate model waste minimization and reduction auditing procedures for evaluation options, and act as the clearinghouse for cleaner production or cleaner technology on solid waste management.
The Republic Act 9003, otherwise known as the Ecological Solid Waste Management Act of 2000, provides the necessary policy framework, institutional mechanisms, and mandate to the local government units, LGUs, to achieve 25% waste reduction through establishing an integrated solid waste management plans based on 3 R's: reduce, reuse, recycling. The goal of solid waste management is reducing and eliminating adverse impacts of waste materials on human health and the environment to support economic development and superior quality of life. This is to be done in the most efficient manner possible to keep costs low and prevent waste buildup.
This ensures the protection of public health and environment by the proper segregation, collection, transport, storage, treatment, and disposal of solid waste through the formulation and adoption of best environment practices. Moreover, it illustrates the potential and benefit of recycling not only in addressing waste management problems but also in alleviating poverty. It utilizes environmentally sound methods that maximize the utilization of valuable resources and encourage resource conservation and recovery, and promote national research and development programs for improved solid waste management and resource conservation techniques, more effective institutional arrangement in indigenous and improved methods of waste reduction, collection, separation, and recovery,